Ooh, yeah. It's Auntie Mickey's house. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie's house. You're in the house. You know you're in the house. Come on in and grab a seat, grab a seat. Come on in and hit that light, hit that light. Oh, you're at Mickey's house. Auntie Mickey's house. Grab a seat, prop your feet. Let's sip some tea, sip that tea. Entertainment, news, and spirituality. From the culture to the fun, Auntie sets the tone. Sets the tone. With a laugh and a truth, she holds the throne. She holds the throne, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Come on in now. Auntie Mickey's house. Oh, Auntie's house. You're in the house. You know you're in the house. Come on in and grab a seat, yeah, yeah. Come on in and hit that like, don't forget now. Auntie Mickey's house. She can roast with a smile, drop wisdom too. Break down the headlines, bring it straight to you, baby. Community strong, conversation grown. Real talk, baby. Auntie Mickey's house, make yourself at home, yeah. Come together, every voice is heard. Every voice, respect the vibe, let's share the word. Oh, yeah. From the jokes to the prayers, she keeps it real, Auntie Mickey's house, that's the deal, baby. Auntie Mickey's house, Auntie's house, oh yeah. Auntie Mickey's house, Auntie's house. On in the house, you know you're in the house. Come on in and grab a seat, Come on in and hit the light, You're at Auntie Mickey's, yeah, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie Mickey's house.
Hey Mickey. Oh Mickey, you're so fine. So fine, you blow my mind. Oh Mickey, you're so fine. So fine, you. Oh Mickey, you're so fine.
The like button, it don't cost you nothing.
It's Auntie Mickey's house. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie's house. You're in her house. You know you're in her house. Come on in and grab a seat, Come on in and hit that light, Oh, you're at Auntie Mickey's. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Auntie's house. Grab a seat, drop your feet, let's sip some tea. Entertainment, news, and spirituality. From the culture to the fun, Auntie sets the tone. With a laugh and a truth, she holds the throne. Grab a seat, yeah. Come on in and hit that light, Don't forget Auntie Mickey's. baby. Community strong, conversation grown. Don't talk, baby. Auntie Mickey's house. Make yourself at home, yeah. Come together, every voice is heard. Every voice. Respect the vibe, let's share the word. Oh, yeah. From the jokes to the prayers, she keeps it real. Keeps it real, keeps it real. That's the deal, that's the deal, baby. Yeah, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house, Auntie's house, oh yeah. Auntie Mickey's house, you know you're in a house. Come on in and grab a seat, come on in and hit that light, oh, you're at Auntie Mickey's, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house, Auntie Mickey's house, Auntie Mickey's house, oh.
Hey, how y'all doing? Happy Thursday. What is this? Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Shit. I done lost track of time. I done lost what day it is. I done lost, what's my name? Okay, I remember that. I remember that. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Let me throw on this little music. Dadgummit. It sucks to get old. I done forgot the date, the day, I'm on YouTube. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. How's everybody doing? Let me welcome everybody in the house. Hello, Boo. How are you? Good to see you, too. Hello, Donna. Hey, Faith. How you doing, sweetie? Lizzie Lopez. There's my girl. How are you? Welcome from Australia. Universal Tea with Marie is in the house. Hello, Universal Tea. Hello, Dawn. Hello, Donna McClinton. LaWanda Jackson's up in here, up in here, up in here. Satin Doll. There she goes. How are you, sweetie? Let's see, who else? I think I got everybody thus far. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. My day has been pretty uneventful. But like I said, every day above ground is a good day. That's what they say, at least. Sometimes I wonder, but okay. I need to fix this camera, but I'm not going to fool with it right now because knowing me, if I touch it, it'll come down with a blast. But anyway, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Last night, the casino was not very nice to me. Tina Turner adopted son, Ike Turner, died today. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's terrible. How old was he? He was Ike Turner's son, so, okay. Yes, I guess she would have adopted him. She married that fool. 67. Boy, his daddy was something else. He was a hot mess. That's crazy. But, hey, we leaving up out of here every day. It's gotten to the point now where when people tell me somebody died, I'm like, okay, well, that'll be me one day. That'll be all of us one day. Pardon me for the stuffy nose. I don't know why, but I don't know. I didn't hear nothing about it until just now, Faith. To show you how up on things I am. I'm just trying to deal with me and mine. But yeah, this YouTube thing, boy, it's something else. But anyway, getting back to last night, that casino was not very nice to me. And I don't know, I don't think I'm going to go back tonight. I don't want to be mean to them right back. Oh, thank you, Lizzie. I don't play poker. I can't get into them kind of games. And I know people say, oh yeah, you should play the table games and they pay, but I don't want to think. I do, LaWanda. I need some rest. But what happened with last night, what really irritated me, and it had nothing to do with people. I think it was more or less YouTube that kind of ticked me off. I let everybody know last night, am I right? Before I closed the live out, I said, I'm going to the casino tonight, but I'm going to go live under my new channel. And I did that. I went there, I went live on my new channel, and 2 people showed up. And they didn't get notifications either. So it just so happened that Barbara and I think Justice for All popped in there. And that was only because they just happened to see I was live. But it was crazy. I'm like, normally when I go live at the casino, they're linked. They're both linked together. I don't understand it. Everything is the same. They're both linked together. And the slot channel is linked to Auntie Mickey's house as a backup channel. So they didn't send out no notifications and nothing. And I'm like, wow, it's like, okay, I'm getting to the point where, is this thing even worth it? Because I'm killing myself for YouTube. And did you subscribe to it, Universal? I think you guys did. You guys did subscribe. It's crazy. Oh, you didn't? Okay. Let me see. I will post the link for you. Hold on just a second. I don't even know it by heart. It's called Auntie Mickey's Slots. This mic is trying to... What the heck? Okay, hold on a second. Now this computer's tripping. Hold on. Everything wants to do its own thing right now. Get behind me, Satan. But the channel, it's fairly easy. There's nothing special about it. It's the @ sign. Here, I'll type it in the chat just as it says it on here. Let me switch this account though, because I am definitely eligible to go live now. That they said. Okay, hold on just a second. Hi, Miss Purple. Okay, Dawn, you got it. Okay. I don't know, LaWanda. I don't think so. I don't think it is being very popular, to be truthful about it. I mean, when I go to the casino and I play live on this channel, a lot of people show up. I get a lot of views. I get more views on that than I do this. However, YouTube ain't really, holding up their end of the bargain when it comes down to compensation. Oh, thank you, Universal. I'm glad you found it. Okay. I'll put it in again just to be on the safe side. I need to learn my channel. Just one little thing could mess it up. Okay. Okay, so I put it in the chat too. So anyway, I was really disappointed. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to build my little channel up. It takes time, trying to get it monetized and everything. But shoot, if I'm gonna go live and 3 people, 4 people show up, what's the point? I might as well stay over here on Auntie Mickey's house and do the same thing. Either way, YouTube ain't really paying me anyway, so it don't make me much difference. But anyway, let me stop griping. You fell asleep last night, Dawn. You didn't miss nothing. You didn't miss a thing. The machines was talking about me behind my back. They were being two-faced. Oh my goodness. I can't stand. It's time for a haircut. What y'all think? Y'all think I ought to cut my hair off? Because it's doing some real weird stuff. It's at that midpoint stage where, it doesn't act right when it's growing out. But you want it to grow out. Yeah, LaWanda, they be stealing folks' money. And not only that, see, I'm not one that, and this is my own fault. This is my fault. Hi, Catherine. A lot of other content creators, they have a lot of other support from their subscribers and stuff like that. They get a lot of Cash Apps, PayPal, Super Chats. But they get on there and see, I have a hard time asking people for money. I just have a hard time doing that. I don't like to beg. I feel like this, if people are going to be supportive, they're going to be supportive on their own merit, not because I had to ask them. I shouldn't have to ask people for support. So, I understand why bigger content creators have adopted that. Yes, Donna, the dragon is my game. And the dragon was dogging me last night, most definitely. He sent me home with a little bit of change, but thank God for taxes. I can write it off. I can write it all off, truthfully about it, because it's a business. Thank you, LaWanda. The godmother of digital radio is in the house. I know who that is. What's up, Smokey? What's up, girl? How you doing? I got your text messages. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. I am. Let's see. When I Googled it on just now, it said Ike Jr. I heard it earlier this month. It just said her son. I didn't know the Junior was her stepchild. I didn't know either. Well, now, Smokey, is this something that you would like to promote here as well? Because I would be happy to do that for you if you'd like. I would love to promote that for you if you'd like. And trust and believe this house would thoroughly support you. Thoroughly support you because we love you. We know the deal. We were there from the beginning. Okay? And we love and support you through thick and thin. Trust and believe. You know, I don't like to speak on that man, but baby girl, look, we love you over here. We love you over here. You new to these YouTube streets? Well, you won't be for long, trust me. Oh my goodness, I love you too. We all love you. We all love you. And just for your permission. Wait, hold on. The hell? I can't stand this when videos pop up out of the blue in my ear while I'm talking. Do you mind if I share with the rest of the chat who you are? Would you mind if I did that? Because I don't think they know. And if they knew, they would grab you and hug you virtually. So before I drop who you are, I must have your permission first. Otherwise, I will refer to you. Okay. For those of you in the chat who don't know, the godmother of digital radio is Smokey, aka Quiet Storm's daughter. Let's give her a big hand. Yes. My girl, my girl, my girl. We love her to death. We love her to death. And some of us have been here from the very beginning. And we want you to know this is home to you as well. You got a lot of homes up over here. But we especially love you because we were there with you. Even though I wasn't there when I should have been. And I apologize about that over and over again. But it tears me up. It really does. But I love you. And I want nothing but the best for you. You deserve all the good that's coming to you and more. And we are going to be here to watch it unfold. So, you all, Smokey got something coming up down the pipe. She has a couple of radio stations in Hawaii. And I would love for y'all, with her permission, of course, to support her in this endeavor. Let me switch this up. Oh, I'm all on the wrong device. Tripping. Phone. That's what I need. I need my phone. Okay. She has now this is a YouTube channel, correct, sweetie? Hi, Retretta. It says YouTube at the bottom, so I could actually post your link in the chat. Is that okay? I would love to do that. Let me pull it up.
Evening, you glorious disasters. The world's out here melting down faster than a mob snitch in a song.
Okay. I may have to do this after the show because I'm getting messed up and I don't want to accidentally delete anything, but oh my goodness. Let me share it. I am so not technologically advanced. Let me see. How do I do this without messing up? Go to World's a Joke, Nightcap News with the Godmother, Episode 1. I need your link. How do I get the link from the video? Because, okay, I got to subscribe to share, copy link. I'm going to copy it to my, well, I can't do that. I'm going to figure it out. And I'm going to share it with my mods as well, because I want you guys to support Smokey on her channel. It is The World's a Joke, Nightcap News with the Godmother, Episode 1. I love it. I got Episode 1 and Episode 3. Building community bonds. So you guys, maybe if they input the hashtag Smokey the Godmother. Thank you. Everybody, go check out Smokey's. Oh my goodness, thank you. Put her handle in and follow her. Subscribe to her. She's an awesome, awesome young lady. Oh my God. She's a banger. She's a banger. What they say, good music. She's a banger. Oh my goodness. So yes, we're going to get all the support rounded up over here that we can for you, love. And we're going to pass the word as well. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. Someone else popped in. Michael Lamar. Hi, Michael. How's it going? Hi, Cora. Let's see. Anybody else I may have missed while I was running my mouth? I caught Retretta. Okay. I got quite a few people. I got everybody. Auntie, just use the slot channel as your backup channel and continue using Auntie Mickey's since they want to be ugly. Exactly, Faith. I had to do that anyway because I wasn't going to go live for nothing. You know, I got all the way to that doggone casino and it started not acting right. It wasn't letting people know or anything. And I'm like, I'm not getting on here for 3 people when they can go over to the other channel, you know. But anyway, getting down to business. Hello, 8 with the 24. How are you, sweetheart? Hi, Sean. I've been missing you too, Michael. I've been missing you too. Hey, Camille. How are you, sweetie? I see all my family up in here. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. So, Tropical Life. Hello, sweetheart. How's it going? So good to see you guys. So, I don't know if you guys have really been watching the news a lot. I'm not a big news watcher, so everything I see, I basically see it on YouTube. But there's a story you don't see a whole lot of coverage about, and you guys might have even heard about it. There was this guy that showed up. Hi, Ann. How are you, sweetie? There was a guy that showed up at the Atlanta airport the other day. And this fool went in there with the intent to do a lot of pow-powing. I'm still trying to get used to these rules. I don't have a daycare shut down, Tropical. My daycare's not shut down. If I was a federal daycare, I would be probably affected, but thank God for state government. But yeah, there's no daycare shut down here. At least not in this house. Really? You saw that on the news, Ann? Huh. Well, as long as they keep paying me, I'm good to go. I'm good to go. But getting back to this Atlanta airport issue. This man walked into Atlanta airport with the intent to bang some folks. And they're not really talking about this, considering the fact that Atlanta airport is one of, if not the biggest airports in the country, or maybe even the world for all I know. It's huge. And we all know predominantly Black people are servicing not just that airport, but the surrounding businesses and the community as well. Bless your heart, Michael. Thank you. Okay, Dawn, the reason I asked is because I tried to link Auntie's channel and it wouldn't let me. I don't know. Sweetheart, me and this technology are not fans of each other. Oh yeah, Cora, he thinks he's the bomb now. He think he older than me now because he got him a dirt bike with a motor. I said, you're basically riding a lawnmower. That's how you start a lawnmower. Same thing. Oh, thank you, Lizzie. It's actually a dress, but I can't stand up because... Hi, QT. But this is alarming to me because, again, we're not getting a whole lot of coverage about this. Exactly, Michael. Let me put that one up. People, if the Holy Spirit speaks to you and says do not travel, then don't. This guy went in with the intent to open fire. And I can't say for sure who he would be aiming at, but let's just say that, yeah, you understand what I mean. But I was able to pull up a article off of 11 Alive that also includes the court documents. Let me turn this down. Yeah, honey, these people are losing it. They are losing it. QT says, we just got back from Jamaica. I'm happy he wasn't there when we came back or get a chance to harm people. Lives were saved. Absolutely. Yes, his family member told on him. And I tried to access his Facebook page, but somebody messed up my Facebook. So I've got to work that out too. If it ain't one thing, it's another with me and technology. So I'm going to move on from that one. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I saw on this article. Matter of fact, they released his mugshot today too. Man accused in plot to shoot up Atlanta airport. First threatened to shoot some cars on I-75. Then his wife went to the police. Federal complaint. Exactly. He was able to park out front. He double parked out front. And that's a big no-no in an international airport. I speak from experience. That is one of the biggest no-nos that everybody should know better. Hi, Q Rock. How are you, sweetie? The one thing you can't get away with, at least not for long, is pulling up on a curb at any international airport, getting out of your vehicle and going inside, leaving your car outside. Chances are you're going to come back out and find your car either gone or on that tow truck on its way off. They don't play that. But for some reason, this man was able to just get out of his car, go in there, walk around. I was supposed to fly into ATL last week. My spirit was unsettled about the trip, so I canceled it. It was the Holy Spirit, and they are not covering this incident. Exactly, Michael. They're not talking about this incident enough. This is a big, big deal. Whether people realize it or not, this is a huge, huge deal. No, I didn't see that, Faith. Okay, hold on just a second. Let me get this fixed right here. Hold on. Okay. Turn this down too. This music, I love it, but it gets in the way when I'm trying to present information. So please bear with me. Wow, that is crazy, QT. That is absolutely nuts. Okay, well, according to this, it says Billy Joe Cagle is accused of bringing 27 rounds of ammunition and a Springfield AR-15 rifle in his truck Monday to Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. Oh, thank you, Michael. Can you hear it okay? Is it too much? Because usually I turn it down a little bit because I hear it in my ear and it's blaring. But if you want it a little bit more, I can turn it up. Is that cool? Hello, Mr. Phillips. So what we have here, we have the news report, of course, and I'll go ahead and share that because this is what keeps popping up in my ear while I'm talking to y'all. So let me go ahead and share this with you. I'll put this on full screen.
Remain in federal custody at least until Monday.
Less than 2 hours
We
ago,
started
attorneys
to the
for
We're going to
beginning.
begin tonight with breaking news, folks. The man accused of threatening to shoot up
I'm
Atlanta's
good,
airport
Mr.
will
Phillips.
remain in federal custody at least until Monday.
Less than 2 hours ago, attorneys for Billy Joe Cagle, a 49-year-old from Cartersville, told a federal judge late this afternoon that they needed a few days to pull psychiatric records before making their request for bail. 11 Live's Grace King just stepped out of the federal courthouse in downtown Atlanta a little while ago. So, Grace, what happened here today?
Well, Billy Joe Cagle walked in that courtroom wearing the same teal blue polo he was arrested in on Monday for a quick initial hearing. Now, he told his attorney, or appeared to rather, that he was all right before they started looking at the federal complaints filed against him.
A new federal complaint alleges Billy Joe Cagle first threatened to shoot up I-75 on Monday. So his wife drove to the Cartersville police station to share her concerns that he was, quote, unstable.
Thank God for his wife. Thank God for his wife. Clearly, QT, he had a lot of time on his hands. But I thank God for his wife, who had the fast thinking and not double thinking. Because, a lot of folks would have thought twice about, do I really want to turn in my loved one? That's going to bring a lot down on him. But that's a sacrifice I give her kudos to. Because not too many people would do that. But she hurried up and let them know. Does this man look 49 to you? Yes, she did save a lot of lives, LaWanda. And they need to be uplifting her a lot. Absolutely, Faith. It's crazy. Does this guy look 49 to you? Good grief. Let me stop clowning the man about what he looked like. Way older, doesn't he? I mean, at least 58, 60. Easy. Older than that? Hey, Sean. It's crazy, though, but let me go ahead and start this back
We
up.
have family of a guy who saying that he's going to go to Atlanta
Get some
and
tissue.
attempt to, shoot up cars or, whatever.
On the way there, records show Cagle FaceTimed someone else in the wife's car and showed them an airport sign. The filing says he stated, quote, "I'm at the airport. I'm gonna go rat-tat-tat," and ended the call abruptly. They believe that rat-tat-tat mimicked a gun shooting sound.
I got a call from our city about a male headed to the airport threatening to shoot up the airport.
Within 15 minutes, Atlanta police officers located Cagle at the airport and took him into custody. He now faces 3 federal charges, including attempted violence at an international airport and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon.
Now, after court, one of Cagle's attorneys, Preston Halliburtt, said they're still in the fact-gathering stages of their investigation and look forward to clearing up any misconceptions about the case. He said, or he told the judge, rather, that Cagle has a history of mental health issues and that he wants to pull Cagle's psychiatric records from Alabama before Monday's 9:30 bail hearing. Live at the federal courthouse, Grace King, 11 Alive News.
Okay, Grace, thanks a lot.
Oh, wait. That's crazy. That's absolutely nuts. So, what I had also discovered on this, let me go back. Brother. Okay. Brother of Atlanta airport shooting threat suspect speaks out. He's never hurt anybody. The brother of the man accused of threatening to open fire at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport says his family is still in shock, but thankful they spoke up before tragedy struck. Scott Nelson, the brother of 49-year-old Billy Joe Cagle, told CBS News Atlanta on Monday that his family alerted police after seeing Cagle live streaming on social media, saying he was on his way to the airport to shoot it up. This dude was on live stream. I have no idea, LaWanda. He wasn't even supposed to have a pew-pew. He's a felon, just like Lisa Ann said. Hello, Lisa. But imagine that. I know he took some medication, and when he don't take it, he starts hallucinating and stuff, Nelson said. He's never hurt anybody. I'm shocked that he went to the airport. Nelson said his brother, who works at a hay farm in Cartersville, has long struggled with mental health challenges. The family immediately called police when they saw his alarming post. It was his immediate family who contacted police, Nelson said. We were just trying to stop something before it got worse. Their quick decision may have saved lives. Not may, it did save lives. Hello. There goes his insanity plea. Police arrest Cagle at Atlanta Airport. Cagle was arrested around 9:54 a.m. Monday at Hartsfield-Jackson South Domestic Terminal, about 14 minutes after police first spotted him inside the building. This is alarming to me right there. He was arrested 14 minutes. Think about how long that is. 14 minutes is a long time. When you think about this man has pulled up to the curb outside. By this time, his car should be gone. So he definitely wasn't worried about that. He knew he was going to either die or be arrested. Okay. But 14 minutes is an awfully long time. Absolutely, Faith. He was not insane. He plotted that out very, very meticulously. Authorities say Cagle had parked his truck outside the terminal. Inside, officers found an AR-15 style rifle loaded with 27 rounds of ammunition. Where did they find it at, is my question. Was it found in the car? Was it found on him? Body camera video shows Atlanta police officers arresting Billy Joe Cagle inside the South Domestic Terminal at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. But now they say that he was carrying this. They found an AR-15 style rifle loaded with 27 rounds of ammunition. Where did they find this at? Did they specifically say? Because I don't see anywhere where it says they found it on his person or in the car that they towed away, I'm sure. They found it in the truck. So then it makes me... See, it's hard. I'm looking at it from a legal standpoint. If that's what he intended to do, why didn't he carry it in there? You know why? Because they would have peeped him right away and took him down right away. But how is he supposed to carry this awful thing off if he doesn't have the weapon to do it? Either way it goes, cuckoo, cuckoo. These people are definitely, they're losing it. The people are losing it left and right. A crisis was averted after quick action. Cartersville police said the family's tip gave them a crucial head start. Okay. Investigators quickly identified Cagle's vehicle and alerted the Atlanta Police Department, who located him before he could access his truck again. So they knew he was coming. They had to. They had to have been alerted by the family before he even got to the airport. Right, Mr. Phillips. Exactly, Michael. That's my question. Why in the hell is this not getting coverage? It needs to be out there because so many people come and go through Hartsfield Field. That's another good question, QT. Wonder if he had explosives on him. Reason why didn't they take the weapons in? Why didn't he take the weapons in? And Mr. Phillips made a very good point. He was probably scoping out the people first. Hello, Campfire Cowboy. Yes, family members called in. See, remember, the news reported that he was live streaming on his way to the airport. He's on live stream telling everybody what he's about to do. So the family calls in. They see this live stream. They call in. So they were put on alert before he even arrived. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Can you imagine if he hadn't gone live? Can you imagine if he had not gone live? There would have been no heads up. There might have been heads blown off, but no heads up. Our investigators were able to quickly determine what kind of vehicle he was in, get very recent pictures of that vehicle, and get all those over to the Atlanta Police Department in a timely manner, said Cartersville Police Captain Greg Sparacio. Ultimately, this was a crisis averted because of the hard work and dedication of our investigators and patrol officers. Of course, they're going to definitely give themselves praise about this. What will his charges be? Terroristic threats? I'm about to see if I can get to that. There's his mugshot. Same thing happened at LAX too? Holy cow. It's time for them to start amping up security even more. You would think that security at the airports are pretty tight now. They could actually stand to be tighter. Yes, Michael. This is a case of things as such not deemed important, and it is all because of the country being deliberately placed in panic mode by the leader of this country. Absolutely. I totally agree with you. And it's distraction after distraction after distraction. Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum said officers believe Cagle intended to return to his truck and use the weapon inside the crowded terminal. Clearly, this dude don't know how it works at the airport. He don't realize you don't park on nobody's airport drive for any length of time under 2 minutes before you are towed away. I do believe that Mr. Cagle was headed back to his truck to retrieve it, Shearbaum said, and I do believe he was likely to use that weapon inside the crowded terminal that he had just seen. Mayor Dickens, see something or say something worked. See something, say something worked. Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens praised Cagle's family and police for preventing what could have been a mass shooting. See something, say something did work, Dickens said. We're standing here talking about a tragedy averted versus us standing here telling you about 27 plus lives that were lost or injured. Police estimate that more than 20 people could have been unalived if officers hadn't been alerted in time. On Tuesday, Mayor Dickens released a statement saying yesterday reminded us how quickly things can change and how much it takes all of us to build one safe city. In one part of Atlanta, a young officer was seriously injured while responding to a call. Across the city, at the world's busiest airport, a potential mass shooting was prevented thanks to quick action and community vigilance. Both moments tell the same story. Safety is a shared effort. It takes awareness, compassion, and connection from why this thing jump? From every Atlantan, every neighborhood, every block, every person. We're at our strongest when we look out for one another. That's what One Atlanta means. Criminal charges, first court appearance. So Cagle is charged with criminal intent to commit aggravated assault, possession of a firearm by a felony, and making terroristic threats. He is currently being held at the Clayton County Detention Facility and is expected to make his first court appearance Wednesday morning. That would have been today. Officials say the case remains under investigation as Cagle awaits his first appearance in Clayton County Court. CBS News Atlanta has reached out to Cagle's immediate family, but has not heard back. It boggles the mind as to why this is not being more reported on. Maybe I missed it, but certainly I didn't see TMZ reporting on anything like this. I wanted to pull up the court documents from today. Let me see if I can pull that up. Oh, here we go. How can I pull this? There we go. Okay, so this is the case. United States of America versus Billy Joe Cagle. Court stamp and everything. I, the undersigned complainant, being duly sworn, state the following is true and correct to the best of my knowledge and belief, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. On or about October 20th, 2025 in Clayton County in the Northern District of Georgia, defendant did attempt to perform an act of violence against persons at an airport serving international civil aviation that was likely to cause serious bodily injury, did transmit in interstate or foreign commerce a communication containing any threat to injury the person of another, and after have previously been convicted of a crime punishable by imprisonment for a term exceeding 1 year, that is, purchase, possession, manufacture, distribution of sale of marijuana in Bartow County, Georgia, Superior Court, on May 30th, 2000. So he did possess in or affecting interstate commerce a firearm, that is a Springfield AR-15 style firearm. But back in May of 2000, he was convicted of the purchase, possession, manufacture, distribution of sale of marijuana. So, hence the reason why he wasn't supposed to have a firearm. Hello, Benjamin. How are you? So it says, in violation of Title 18, United States Code, Sections 37A, blah, 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 I further state that I am a special agent and that this complaint is based on the following facts. So let's see if we can find the following facts. Okay. I'll just drop down to here. Specifically on October 20th, 2025 at approximately 10 a.m., FBI Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport resident agency received communication regarding an individual later identified as Billy Joe Cagle. FBI was informed that Cagle had been taken into custody by the Atlanta Police Department Airport Division for making terroristic threats to the airport. FBI was further advised that Cagle had been in possession of a firearm. Upon arrival to the APD domestic precinct, I learned that the Cartersville, Georgia Police Department had received information that Cagle was en route to HJAIA with the intent to, quote, shoot up the airport, unquote. Witness number one, an individual whose identity is known by the FBI, had been on a FaceTime call with Cagle when he made the threat. After learning of the threat from witness one, CPD contacted APD and provided officers with photographs of Cagle and a description of the vehicle he was last known to be driving. In response, APD immediately dispatched officers to the domestic terminal with instruction to locate Cagle. At approximately 9:54 a.m., law enforcement located Cagle standing in the South Domestic Terminal ticketing area between doors S1 and S2, as seen in the below photo. Law enforcement took Cagle into custody and transported him to the domestic precinct, where he was medically examined by the Atlanta Fire Department. So this is where they finally caught up with him, right here, between doors S1 and S2. I bet those people are tripping after the fact. They're in a picture with this guy. Can you believe this? Can you actually believe this? You turn on the news one day and find out you were standing next to somebody who could have potentially been banging up the place. Outside Cagle's vehicle, a Chevrolet 3500 pickup truck, white in color, bearing Georgia tag SJK3549, was located haphazardly and illegally parked, blocking the crosswalk in front of door S1, as seen in the photo below. See, this is amazing to me. This is amazing to me. They found his vehicle. He was sitting here in this manner for a little bit more time than a couple of minutes. Somebody wasn't on top of their job in one area. I'm not going to say all areas. But whoever was patrolling this drive, they have people that patrol these areas to prevent this very thing from happening. And for him to be parked haphazardly like that and not attending his vehicle is a big red flag. At any airport, any international airport, this is one of the first things they teach you when you work with that particular type of job. Yes, Faith, especially in that kind of truck. And I only speak from experience because I too worked for an international airport. Uh-oh. Here we go with this mess again. What the heck? Here we go. I can't stand these ads. But that's alarming to me. I was trained in ground transportation. I wasn't even an officer. But you just don't allow that kind of thing to go down at the airport. Okay, this ad made me lose my place. Okay. I could download this. I guess I should. I ain't paying for no. I ain't doing all that. Miss me. Let's continue down. Where did that picture go? Okay, so there's the car, the truck. Oh boy, a subsequent search of Cagle's vehicle yielded a Springfield AR-15 style rifle with 1 magazine and 27 rounds of ammunition. Right there. I wish I could make this picture bigger. Let me see. Huh. Well, that's a little better. At approximately 11 a.m. that same date, law enforcement interviewed Witness 1. Witness 1 advised that on October 20th, 2025, Witness 1 received a telephone call from Cagle, who said he had a GUN. During the call, Cagle told Witness 1 that he was driving on Interstate 75 and was going to, quote, shoot some cars, unquote. The call then terminated. Witness 1 told law enforcement that Witness 1 and Cagle's wife immediately drove to CPD in order to report their concern that Cagle was unstable and was on his way to shoot up some cars. While they were en route to CPD, Cagle FaceTime called Witness 1. On the FaceTime call, Cagle showed Witness 1 airport signage and stated, "I'm at the airport. I'm gonna go rat-a-tat-tat." Witness 1 believed rat-a-tat-tat mimicked a gun shooting sound. Witness 1 further advised this call with Cagle ended abruptly with no further contact. Get out of here, get out of here. Ask me later. Based on my training and experience, I believe that Cagle's statement, "I'm at the airport, I'm gonna go rat-a-tat-tat," refers to firing the AR-15 firearm at the airport with the intent to injure. You think? You think? Rat-a-tat-tat. I know that Cagle was convicted on May 30th, 2000 in the Bartow County Superior Court of the felony offense of possession of marijuana. Cagle received a custodial sentence of 2 years. Cagle is therefore a prohibited person unable to lawfully possess a firearm. The seized firearm was manufactured outside of the state of Georgia and had traveled in interstate commerce at the time it was seized by law enforcement. I also know that FaceTime is a communications platform run by Apple Incorporated, a company incorporated and based in California. The conclusion: based on my training and experience and the facts set forth in this affidavit, there is probable cause to believe that Billy Joe Cagle has committed violation of Title 18, United States Code, Section 37A, attempted violence at an international airport. 875C, interstate communications containing threats to injure the person of another. And 922G1, possessing a firearm after having previously been convicted of a felony offense. So in essence, they're charging him with the possession of the firearm, the intent behind it, the fact that he's not supposed to be carrying a firearm, and the fact that he went in there with terroristic intents on his mind. Point blank, period. But we're not seeing enough of this covered. That's what alarms me. That part right there is really what alarms me. That the media is not covering this. And I'm wondering if it's because they've been instructed not to because they don't want to impact the travel industry. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that possibly this is being kind of kept down at a low simmer as to not alarm the public? We're coming up on Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? People are going to be traveling soon. For some reason, this isn't moving. Let me exit this out. Okay, there we go. Anyway. Hold on just a second. Let me see if I can find this video. Here we go.
If you can direct your cameras to the screen, we have a video. And Chief, if you can just come up and kind of take a look at the video and just walk us through it.
Certainly. Again, this comes from the investment that we placed at Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. You see the individual arriving. He's parked his vehicle that was given to us by Cartersville PD, the Chevy flatbed pickup truck. They also had a dog in the vehicle with them. This is occurring at approximately 9:29, and then he will enter the airport to sell proper at 9:31.
You see him.
To be entering the top left, you see him right here in the blue shirt, right here. You will go into the TSA area. Has a high interest in that area, and you'll see the number of travelers that are there that are preparing to depart. Our officers, armed with this photograph, are able to pick him out of that crowded area and are able to take him to custody. Mr. Cagle's vehicle was just outside the doors. He was clearly moving from the area that he was scouted and was moving back toward that area. Mr. Cagle was checked out by UMS. They determined he had no injuries, and he would later be transported.
Did y'all hear him screaming? Did y'all hear him screaming like a little girl? Absolutely. Why did they let him get out into that public place? He out there screaming and hollering like a little girl. Ah! Lord have mercy. Hi, LT. How are you, sweetheart? Hold on just a second. Let me pull this up again.
To his detention area. And then we're going to have next the weapon that is located inside the vehicle.
Boy, that was a big boy.
The officer said that
They had to use two. Oh my God. They had to use 2 sets of handcuffs to handcuff this joker. That's a big boy. That's a big, big boy. And he laying on his stomach screaming like a little bitch. Really? I'm doing wonderful, LT, with this stuff he knows. That's why I keep going in and off of the camera, because I don't like blowing my nose on camera. That's nasty. But you see big baby Huey up here screaming and hollering. I mean, for real. LaWanda, why? Why? Oh my God. I'm sorry. I shouldn't clown the boy, but that's a biggin. He just screamed like a little girl. It is annoying, isn't it, LT? I just can't. I see people do it on YouTube a lot and it just grosses me out. So that's why I jump off camera sometimes and just mute myself. LaWanda, I couldn't help myself. The boy's a big Pillsbury Doughboy. I had to say something to break the monotony. Two sets of handcuffs. Oh my goodness, Michelle, I know how you feel. I know exactly how you feel. Jess had to work, sweetie. She had to work. She's probably still working right now.
This time are handcuffing him because of his size, and which you have in the description. They did require to use 2 sets of handcuffs to be able to properly secure him. Fortunately, there were no firearms on him at this time. His weapon is outside in his vehicle.
That's a big boy.
What's his size? He's about 6'3".
6'3".
320 pounds.
320 pounds, 6'3".
Whoa. 320 pounds, 6'3". I sure will, LT. I'm surprised she's not here right now. Usually she's in the bushes listening while she's working. I hear you, Faith. Yeah. I hear you. Let's see, is there any more videos on this dude? I think this one right here. LaWanda, last night, Charles was in the chat at the casino. So he was there last night. He's still around. Now, the next person we need to find is Fonda. I do not know where my girl is, but we'll have to put an APB out on her, too. But I digress. Let me go ahead and finish this video here, this live stream. Hold on. Uh-oh. Hold on just a second. Hold on just a second. I did not realize that this video was not playing. So please forgive me. Hold on. Dadgummit. See, Let me share this with you. I'm just sitting up here just clowning this man. Okay. Let me start this video over. Okay, here we go.
And so now I will turn it over to our police chief, Darren Shearbaum, to be able to give you more details about all of the aspects of this situation. Chief?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
He was yelling like a little beach. Okay, but something else is in my ear. Something is wrong here. Hold on. Where in the world is this coming from? There is a video in my ear and I can't find it. Hold on a second. Oh, Jesus, this struggle streaming is for the birds. Okay. We try this one more time. This is for the birds. Okay. There's so many different videos here. Okay. Where is the video? There we go. Okay. Now, for some reason, okay. Where is it? There we go. There we go. Here we go.
If you can direct your cameras to the screen, we have a video, and Chief, if you can just come up and kind of take a look at the video and just walk us through it.
Certainly. Again, this comes from the investment that we placed at Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. You see the individual arriving, he's parked his vehicle.
Can y'all see this video now? Because I swore I was playing it for you and it was playing on another screen. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see this. Okay. Okay. Ooh, wait. Duh. I'm just sitting here giving y'all a play-by-play on the video, talking about the man being on the ground crying like a little bitch, and y'all don't even see what I'm talking about. Y'all was probably saying, what is she talking about? On here talking crazy. Okay, here we go.
That was given to us by Cartersville PD, the Chevy flatbed pickup truck. They also had a dog in the vehicle with them. This is occurring at approximately 9:29, and then he will enter the airport itself proper at 9:31.
You see him.
Be entering top left. You see him right here in the blue shirt, right here.
That's a big boy.
You'll go into the TSA area, has a high interest in that area, and you'll see the number of travelers that are there that are preparing to depart. Our officers, armed with the photograph, are able to pick him out of that crowded area and are able to take him to custody.
Okay, I'm glad you could see him howling like a bitch.
Campbell's vehicle was just outside the doors. He was clearly moving from the area that he was scouted and was moving back toward that area.
Oh, there he goes.
Mr. Cagle was checked out by EMS. They determined he had no injuries, and he would be later be transported to his detention area. And then we're going to have next the weapon that was located inside the vehicle.
Thank you, George Spikes. The officers at this time are handcuffing him. Because of his size, which you have in the description, they did require to use 2 sets of handcuffs to be able to properly secure him. Fortunately, there were no firearms on him at this time. His weapon is outside in his vehicle.
Chief, what's his size? He's about
6'3".
6'3".
320 pounds.
320 pounds, 6'3".
That's a big boy. That's a big one.
And again, this is Officer Banks and Officer Gibson there. This is the vehicle. Matched the description perfectly given by Cartersville PD. He had pulled up right to the south, a domestic terminal, parked here, would go down and go into another door.
Exactly.
And then you'll see the officers approaching it, and then they'll recover the firearm, the semi-automatic assault rifle that he had with him. There were 27 rounds that could have been fired from this weapon inside the airport. And this is exactly why we're here today, to encourage citizens to do their part so they ever become aware, and again, acknowledge the family, acknowledge our partners at Cartersville Police Department for their work. Thank you, Captain.
Yes, I heard about that, Mr. Phillips. That's tragic right there. Hold on, there's another video I was trying to show y'all. Okay, this is the officer who initially approached him. Let me see if I can get this going. Okay, I'm gonna have to share this screen separately. Let me move this down and add this one. I'm starting to get the hang of this thing. Okay. And as of course, people of color are running this airport. Exactly, Faith. That didn't make sense to me, but other than to go in and scope out the place. But you don't leave your vehicle sitting out there on the curb like that for that length of time and expect to come back and find that vehicle sitting there. That's not even logical thinking on a moron's point of view. Yeah, he would sound like a hit dog. Yeah, he did appear to be, clueless in Atlanta. Hold on. Yeah, that's crazy. And they knew before he got there what was going on. They knew what to look for and everything. Okay, hold on.
Swivel, and they would be actively looking for this guy.
Yeah, Officer Banks, you want to tell us what's happening here and right before this moment with you encountered?
Okay, so after I received the information from a sergeant, that's when I just put the description, I put it together. So we already had that he was about 350 pounds. He was a big guy. So I started to canvass the airport. Once I canvassed the airport, once the description came over of the shirt that he was wearing, the blue polo striped shirt, that's when I was able to identify him immediately. As I was walking towards identifying him, that's when I bumped into my partner, Officer Gibson, and I confirmed that that was the guy, that's the description, he fits it, and that's when I went on ahead to apprehend the suspect.
Thank you very much. Then we would obviously transport him to our precinct. At this point, we're also alerting our federal partners. We were alerting the FBI, we were alerting the TSA, and all those federal agencies that we work closely with to be able to keep the airport safe. He would proceed to be charged. We would charge him eventually after consulting with the district attorney. He was charged with terroristic threats. Yes, sir. Certainly. And then going over the charges that we charged yesterday, I think what's currently before the Clayton County courts now are 3 of the 4, which is terroristic threats, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, and possession of a firearm by a felon. Mr. Cagle was a convicted felon. He cannot legally possess the weapon, and so the FBI is working to determine where he was able to obtain that weapon. And it's my understanding, Major Wilson, that as of this morning, federal charges are also being applied, right?
That's correct, sir. That's correct.
And I think he's being transferred to the custody of the federal authorities.
At this time, yes, sir.
Yeah. So that is transpiring today.
So at this time, Chief, we'll move into what type of training or
Right. And the training of the police department is not just for the airport. We protect 245 unique neighborhoods in the city. We also protect the world's busiest airport, the world's most efficient airport, and I would say the world's safest airport. Our officers receive training for every type of emergency that we could be called to respond to, or that you, as a member of the media, could be called to cover.
I wouldn't say the safest. I beg to differ with that one. After this, for this guy to be able to go in there knowing in advance from his family that he was live streaming on his way. Okay, they knew who to look for and everything. Why wasn't someone out there on the drive to spot him before he was even able to get out of the vehicle, for that matter? I mean, I realize Atlanta Airport's huge. Don't get me wrong, but this is a hard one to swallow here.
From a baby not breathing to an active shooter, and everything in between. The airport does train for active shooter situations. We train for terror attacks against that facility. We also have a special team, our airport special response team, that is specifically designed, equipped, and trains frequently to counter the type of attack that was, I believe, being plotted yesterday. Many of those resources you each can see in your travel. Some of them you can't see. We don't put everything in public view that we have in place to protect the airport. But be it bombs, be it guns, be it a stabbing attack, be it a child not breathing, whatever the emergency is, these women, these men of the Atlanta Police Department prepare for it each and every day. And that infrastructure is in place Friday through Saturday, 24 hours a day. We're going to make sure if we have the responsibility to protect any neighborhood of the city, we're going to be ready. And if we have the responsibility to protect the airport, we're going to be ready. And I do want to thank our mayor for the last 4 years, who's been investing heavily in our organization, that we can grow it back to its authorized strength, keep the officers that we hire, bring out the organization, train them well, and give them the tools they need to be able to counter whatever threat we need to do. So again, ladies, I appreciate you for your work yesterday.
At this time, we will open up for questions. I'm going to start with Kate, and we will go all the way around, and we'll come back. I'll see you all in the back row as well. If you know that you don't want to ask a question, I see you as well. If you don't want to ask a question, just pass on to the next person. You'll that time. So Kate, we'll start with you.
My main question was how you got the gun, but it sounds like y'all don't know that yet.
Don't know that yet, right? Our federal partners are helping us determine that.
Okay, and knowing what happened yesterday, knowing how a tragedy was averted, as a police officer, how does that feel on a personal level? This is very professional, but just as a person, how does it feel to know that you can stop this?
It feels amazing. I think as a police level, we don't really sit in the moment and realize, the change that we made or what we prevented as far as the lives that we save. But I think after the adrenaline went down and after everything calmed down, I realized I know why I'm a police officer. I know why I'm here, and I serve at Atlanta Police Department. I'm here to, serve and protect. I'm here to, give protection to the airport and make sure that everyone's safe in their travel. And that's a big deal for me. That's a big deal for me.
Sergeant Jones, if you want to answer that as well.
Oh, it was great. I feel amazing. I'm in my last 6 months of my 30 years, and to be sitting here now, with you all and the chief and talking about everything that went on, I feel great. I mean, this is what I've trained to do, and I've loved doing this for the past 29 years, and it's just an amazing feeling.
Can you describe what a regular day is for you guys at the airport?
We're all women on that panel.
So many people go there every hour, every minute. What's your regular day like, and how different is it from
what happened? Our regular day, we just make sure that we keep it clean as far as, just the homeless, and make sure that we're protecting the environment.
You're going out with a big
we do our
boom.
89s. We make sure that the airport is covered on the external part as well as the internal part. So just a regular day, we have a flow of things. We have a routine that we do for the airport. But the difference for this day, you hear a rifle, you hear someone, threatening a place that you come to work every day. And then you think about all the people that's in the airport. That one action could have changed lives for many, even for myself. So it was almost like day and night. And just a split of a second, it could have been bad. So we changed that. And we played our part, and the sergeant, she did amazing with putting out the information, and it was a blessing. It was a blessing. All right, we're going to go to that back here, starting with, are you going to ask a question?
Yeah, that was a very compressed timeline if you look at 9:31 to 9:52. Is there any sort of new technology that you're able to use? It seems like almost old school, but is there any new technology at the airport or ATD?
We're always looking at new technologies. We have a team that's their role. And so right now we have a robust camera system throughout the airport, as you can see. We are exploring other technologies to make sure that the human resources that protect are complemented. And so right now we have some things in the vetting process I'm not going to discuss here, but I'm excited where the technology is going to help us be to keep the airport safe.
About how many officers were working when this happened yesterday, and is that kind of the normal number that's patrolling the airport at any time?
We tend not to provide staffing numbers, which I've done that for the last 4 years. All across the city, we have our sections that are given a geographic area to protect. We make sure they're properly staffed. We also are the largest law enforcement agency in the state, so I will transfer resources as needed anywhere in that space. So we have the number of officers necessary to keep it safe. We're scalable. If we have a detected threat, we're going to surge anywhere in the city to make sure we do that.
I know you all.
Wanda says, have y'all ever heard of somebody getting fired on their day off? Yes, actually I have. I've heard that happen many times. Many times. And it's a trip to watch it go down, too. Especially if you know it's coming. It ain't nothing pretty.
Had opened kind of the newer state-of-the-art precinct at the airport not too long ago. Did that play a role in this kind of quick response yesterday? Is that why this was designed to be there?
The new terminal out at F does not have any role to play in this one. That was the international one. The one that we currently have in domestic is the original precinct that we've had for many years, but that did not play a role one way or the other yesterday.
I think our new precinct is going to come online next year.
There's going to be a new administrative precinct for the airport next year, but that won't open until the fall of 2026 after the FIFA ends.
I know your officers are trained to deal with people they come across who may be experiencing mental challenges. I'm sure you'll be looking at this particular situation to see what can be gleaned from it. Is that true?
We are always going back and reviewing, debriefing, and examining what we could do better. And that's something that we do, whether it's a situation like this, a traffic accident, suspicious package.
Oh,
we're
dear.
always going back and looking at the process and seeing what we can do better and how we can improve. Absolutely, though.
Do you have a question?
Officer Banks, how long have you been with the police department, and did this feel like the training kicked in and everything was just like a reflex, or?
Yeah. I've been with Atlanta Police Department for 3 years, coming up on 3 years. Been at the airport
3 years.
for about 2 years and some change. Yes, as far as the training, you don't really, as a police officer, you go through these trainings in the academy, or you go through these trainings, throughout the year and recertifications, but you don't realize when it actually happens in person. You don't know how to prepare for that. So yes, I did go into tunnel vision, and all of my skills, everything that I've learned just came as one. And that's when I just went into straight police mode. Got the description, just look for the person, proceed with caution, make sure that they don't have any firearms, no bulging on their waistline, make sure you see their hands, everything. The reason why I walked up so comfortably and smoothly was due to the fact that I did my visual observation, and I was able to control the situation with just, interacting with him and making sure that I can, apprehend him the correct way.
Was she stealing boxes like on Friday? What you talking about, Faith? Who was stealing boxes on Friday? I hope you ain't talking about this young lady on the camera right now. Wow. That's messed up. That'd be messed up for real. Ice Cube, that's why he got fired on his day off. Lord have mercy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for doing this. Can you elaborate a little bit more about the threat? We've heard that you threatened to shoot up the airport. Have you watched the live stream video? If there are any more details you can provide? And did you ever consider evacuating the terminal or even putting them on lockdown?
So I've not listened to the video myself. I know that was being conveyed to Sergeant Jones. And
Who's Miss Parker? Mr. Phillips. Who's Miss Parker? Was she stealing boxes on a Friday? Here, let me hurry up and get through this video.
She was receiving the information. We take the steps necessary at the time that we have the information. Could that have happened? It could have. You got to remember, we were just minutes after the initial phone call being made. And so we were able to mitigate the threat located with our first level of protection, which is our officers. We're always going to take the steps necessary to keep the airport safe. We have not listened to the video. We know the FBI is working on that as well. But for a family member who knows someone the best to call and convey in the manner that they did, we knew it was serious. And that's why we started deploying the resources that we did.
Sergeant, just to make sure, who were you talking to on the phone? Were you talking to the family? Or?
I was speaking with a family member and also the officer over at Cartersville Police. Yes.
Tell me about that phone call. Like what?
That
was
phone,
they panicked? Like, I just want
yeah, it was an ordinary great day at the airport. I'm in my last little 6 months, so to get that call,
big 6 months,
it made me stand up. It made me stand up and start taking notes. And again, I was internally panicking, like, oh, hurry up, let's get this information out. As you're getting it, Tawana, don't write it down, just give it out right now, so the officers can hear what you're hearing. And that's exactly what I did. My heart was beating fast. I'm like, okay, I haven't heard any gunshots, anything go off, so we're good right now. Let's just get that information out to prevent that from happening.
Hi, Miss Parker.
The family member didn't sound panicky. They were very calm, and they were so giving of the information, and they were very cooperative. And I thank them for calling and giving that information. And like I said, it was a panic. It was get that information out.
I bet it was.
I saw in the video of their gun.
We're going in order. Taisha, and then I'll come to you, Taisha. Okay, that was exactly what I was going to ask you, so thank you for that. But Officer,
did I get your shout out? When, honey? Earlier tonight in the chat? I saw you earlier. I spoke to you, sweetheart. I seen you. So you talking about tonight 8 with the 24? I shouted you out. I shouted you out because you my dude. Oh, your community. No, I didn't see that, sweetheart. Oh, let me go check it out. Okay, hold on just a second. I'm going to put this video back up. Let me go look.
thanks. Everybody in the newsroom wants to know, when you put your hand out, that was your hand,
Yes.
right? And it seemed like at that moment, that's when you were like, you knew. Can you just describe to us exactly what was going through your mind? You had already tapped into all your training. What were you thinking?
To be honest, it might sound, strange, but as a police officer and all the training, I was scared. It was fearful for a second. Just knowing the size difference, just knowing, there are things that can possibly happen, and you have those scenarios in your mind as a trained police officer. You think of what can happen in seconds. I mean, it moves so fast. So as I put my hand on his back, that's when I knew, okay, it's time. It's time to put the cuffs on him. It's time. This is the person. So it was almost like a understanding that this is what I have. This is the person. I'm very.
Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you. Yes, you guys go on over to 8 with the 24. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting this video, but this is important. Go on over to 8 with the 24. That's EIDHTWITTHA 24. And check out his channel. I got to see if I can put it in the chat. Do I have a mod in the house that can put 8 with the 24's channel in the chat so you guys can go check him out? Go check him out. Check him out. I am about promoting my family. And that is my family right there. Hold on, I'm going to play this video and y'all just watch the video. I'm going to post the link myself.
Sure. I know this is what we have, and I have the assistance of all the other officers and units that we have at the airport. And then that's what the comfort came to know. Yeah, that it was time to put him in cuffs.
And in that moment, did you feel the lives saved? Like,
Yes, I felt that something shift. I felt that whatever he had in his mind that he was going to do, I was there to stop it.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
In the photo with the gun in the back of the truck, there was a bullet next to the gun. Did he have a round chamber in that weapon, and how much more ammunition did he have on his?
I don't believe the weapon was actually, a round was chambered, but there was a magazine with 26 rounds, and there was a round on the floorboard when we inventoried the vehicle. There was also, I believe, 2 spent shell casings that were also recovered inside the vehicle as well.
Officer Jones and Sergeant Jones.
Yes, sir.
Can you, knowing that you both knew the motion taking place, can you just give us your perspective of knowing that you kept people at the airport, calm? Can you speak about that about your training and things, and so knowing that the people at the airport, they know about the motion that was about to take place?
You want to lead, Sarge?
I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Okay. From my perspective as an officer and being on the scene, I knew that the airport was calm. No one knew what was going on, and I wanted to keep it that way. I wanted the scene to stay calm, because once things get aroused, and that's when things get confusing. So my approach was with professionalism and with courtesy. Although this person was a suspect, although this person was someone that was targeting the airport or threatening the airport, I knew that if I just, walk with courtesy, professionalism, and respect, that the situation will be handled the correct way. So I wanted to make sure that everyone was remaining calm in the airport and in the South Terminal, just so they won't interfere with what we had at hand.
Officer Banks, what was your reaction when you saw the suspect? Was he just standing there? Was he calm? And Sergeant Jones, how did you guys alert the rest of the officers in the airport? Did you guys send them a text? Did you guys radio in? How was that possible?
Well, of course, when the picture came in, I did have to disseminate the picture. So the picture was given out, and I'm just letting the officers know, hey, I just sent the picture, look at the picture. And again, as all the description of his clothing and everything was coming in, I just was giving it out to the officers as I was getting it. No, over the radio, just over the radio. Like I said, I didn't want to write anything down and sit on any information. I wanted to go ahead on and get that information out, because I knew time was of the essence. So that's exactly what I did.
And repeat your question for me as well.
How, when you finally found him, how was he like? Was he just standing there with you in the Delta area? What was he?
When I noticed it, when I put the description together and I identified the suspect, and he was calm. He was just pretty much kind of scanning the place around, like just looking around and idling the area, pretty much looking like he was casing the area a little bit, just seeing what's going on and what people are doing. And
that's the thing about this whole situation, is that I just have a hard time coming to grips with this guy being able to get out of his vehicle, park his vehicle on a busy international airport drive, and be able to get out of that big ass truck, the way it was parked and everything. I mean, there was so many things that was drawing attention to his vehicle alone. And for him to be able to get out of his vehicle, go in, walk around, do for a good 14, 15 minutes, and his truck is still sitting out on the drive. Whether he was casing out the joint or not, there could have been something even bigger in that truck that went boom as he went inside. It's just, this sounds weird to me. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's just something sounding really off about this. This security is tight nowadays. We got TSA running around here like they the Wild Wild West, and then we've got port police or airport police out there that's supposed to be on guard to make sure that vehicles do not linger on the drive. If you've ever traveled at any airport, you don't just get to pull up and get out of your vehicle and go in. Hi, Jess. Good to see you. LT came in looking for you. Told me to tell you hi. So Faith, I gotta lean with you on this one. As some may sound in clickety clackety click. This dude went in talking about clickety clack. What the hell? As big as he is, on the ground, whining like a little bitch. Stop. Something is not right. It kind of reminds me of the dude, and I don't want to go back into the Charlie Kirk situation, but the old dude that was put there, we all know, as a pawn or a distraction. The old dude that they arrested. It sounds weird. Especially Atlanta Airport. They have a massive police force. And their drives are, even though they're congested, you have officers that are deliberately placed out there to prevent this kind of thing from happening. And what happened, even though they're saying, oh, we diverted this, that, no, you showed us that you ain't on your job if this is in fact what happened. Because that dude should have never been able to get out of his vehicle and wander in there. That's right, Faith. He should have never been able to go in and leave that truck, that big, massive ass truck, out there on the drive. Exactly. It just doesn't, it don't sound right. It don't look right. It don't sound right. Something wrong with this. And why aren't they reporting this more? Maybe because some people are embarrassed that this very thing might be pointed out. They want to put it out there as something heroic. And yes, you stop the dude if in fact that's what this is all about. But the fact still remains is that now is the time for you to be checking your revamping of your security protocol, because this should never have happened. This dude should have never been able to. First, you on live stream, FaceTime, telling everybody, whoever was on that live stream, you're telling everybody what you about to do. Your wife, your family, they run to the popo. Popo, my husband is about to go and do something stupid. But the training, you can train until your head rolls off. But it's stuff like this that can happen when you fall by the wayside in your training. You never allow a vehicle to pull up on the drive unless it's load and unload only. The driver is to remain with the vehicle, not get out, close the door, walk in. That don't happen no more. Ever since 9/11, that got scrubbed. And I know what I'm talking about. I used to work at the airport. Part of my job was to ticket vehicles for this. All the time, they're making sure they know he has a mental problem. Well, mental problem or not, you worried about the man's mental problem. What you ought to be worried about what's in that vehicle out on the drive. That part right there. This is crazy. and training doesn't take place in this manner because they don't want to involve the public and scare them. They don't do training of this nature in live scenarios, in real-time scenarios. Police training is done off-site, away from the facility. They create scenarios, just like fire departments. When they train their firefighters, they don't go into real fires to train them. No, they create situations off-site. It's just weird. It's just very, 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 very weird. And it does kind of look staged to me. You know, let's put on a good show for the public and show them how good we are at our job. But you neglected to do one thing, the very first thing in prevention of a problem, the vehicle. You think somebody going inside an airport with an AK, whatever he had, in the truck is a threat? Think about what could have been in that truck, bigger than that AK. And that would have took out way more people than someone going in there and randomly shooting 27 rounds of anything. Tick-tock, boom. Tick-tock, boom would have took out that whole drive. And there would have been more than 27 people out there. We talking about baggage handlers, customers waiting to check in, people checking their bags out on the curb, people pulling up on the curb. We talking about a lot of people. That's why the first line of defense is on the drive when it comes to an international airport. On the ticketing level, on the baggage claim level, you do not get to stop and leave. Exactly. And that practice does not happen right there during a regular day at work. Oh, we're going to have a training session on your shift today while you're walking the drives. No, it doesn't work like that. They remove them off the site, they create a scenario, and then they do their training that way. Training is not involving actual passengers at the airport. Training is done off-site. Off-site. So I'm thinking I'm calling Cap. Something capping about this. I hope, I I don't know if I should hope I'm wrong or not. Either way it goes, it's a bad situation. If it was staged, it's a bad situation. If it's not, it's a bad situation. Either way it goes. That maybe this is something that shouldn't have, I don't know. It's just weird to me.
And he had his phone in his hand. So he wasn't irate or anything like that at the moment. He was pretty calm, yeah.
What was the reaction of the travelers around you? I mean, everything that we see is pretty much focused on him. It looks like business as usual. Did people ever notice and recognize what was happening?
I don't believe so. Like I said, I was in tunnel vision as far as doing what I needed to do to just get him in cuffs as quick as possible. As far as everything going on around me, everyone was just moving as if they were doing their regular day. And that's what we like to do at the airport. We like to make sure that if we have something or we have a call or anything like that, we don't like to make the scene bigger than what it is. We get our description, we get what we need from the sergeant, we do our canvases, we do what we need, and we make sure that we apprehend them and take them immediately to the precinct, and then we can further our investigation.
Not 15 minutes later.
Mental health evaluation?
Yeah, that would be ordered by the courts, and so we would not carry that out. But the courts would.
Going back to that side.
The fact that they're massaging their own ego through this whole thing, that's starting to be a red flag to me too. They're promoting a lot of "we did it." Yeah. The fact that they're promoting this job well done. Yes, Faith. Yeah. This is well, y'all take with it what you want, but it's odd to me that the press is not talking about this as much as they should, considering the size of Atlanta Airport. Number two, the fact that this dude was live streaming his intent before he even made it there. So there was forewarning. And he's able to pull up on the drive and go in and walk around. That doesn't happen. If this was a real live, now honestly, if this was a real live situation, do you not know that the police would have been standing there waiting for this dude to drive up? I mean, for the simple fact, hi down south, Stitcher. Due to the simple fact that they had been given forewarning from the family. And officers jump right into action on things of this nature. They identified the vehicle he would be driving. You couldn't miss it. How did this big vehicle happen to get past all these officers that knew that this joker was on his way to the airport? And nobody seen him pull up and get out. They walking around the airport looking for this dude for 15 minutes. Seriously? That's just, I don't even want to hear no more of this.
Any questions, Faith?
Look at the job we did.
We'll go with Faith first, and then we'll come to you.
Thank you. Officer Banks, you mentioned that he had his cell phone in his hand. Was he still live streaming at the time?
I'm not sure. Yeah, he was way too tall for me to even see. all I saw was I'm like, I just need to get his hands. That's it.
Next question. Faith.
You had earlier mentioned something about the change in the video and the timestamp.
So that we added the 936, we were able to get Taisha asked a question about the vehicle being ticketed on yesterday. We were able to find out that it was at 936 that it was ticketed. So that's the only change from yesterday's presentation and today's. The 936 was added. All right, I see your hand. I used to be a teacher, so I'm just
You got that right, LaWanda.
Chief, information. Can you further explain what's going on with the feds? Was it handing over the case or handing him over?
Yeah, we were notified this morning that there would be federal charges.
Didn't they say the FBI was there? Didn't I read in that affidavit, in those charges, didn't it say that the FBI? Am I tripping? So it wasn't just the police there. The feds were there too. And this guy was able to walk around inside the terminal. All those eyes looking for this one guy who stuck out like a sore thumb, just like his truck. This is not sounding very convincing to me now. Absolutely. Wow. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of tired of hearing about them, putting their wonderful job out there for us to see when it's, in my opinion, I don't know what to say. I mean, if this is real, I wouldn't be thumping my chest, because there's people that work at airports all over the world that are looking at this saying, how in the heck did this guy go in there like that? How in the heck? I mean, think about it. Somebody, maybe I shouldn't even put this out there. A traveler would have the better chance of pulling this off than him. A traveler. Because guess what? When you go to the airport and you're flying out, if you're not checking a bag, you've got to carry on. What could have been in the carry-on? Absolutely, Faith. I mean, honestly, think about it. If this, now I know the guy is mental, okay, but there's some holes in this story that just, there's some things that are in this story that are not making a whole lot of sense. It may make sense to the average person out in the street. But I used to work at an airport in this capacity. And it don't go down like this. Anybody that works in an airport will tell you security is so tight. He'd have been better off walking in there as a traveler with a carry-on, dragging it around behind him. You know, you don't even have to go through security. You could be at the airport just walking around, because that's what he would have had to do anyway. But he had to leave the thing in the vehicle. Hell, if he had a carry-on, he could have carried around. So I'm just saying, this is just weird to me. If this was his intent, if this was his if it in fact was his intent, their reaction was piss poor, in my opinion. Their ability to capture him was not really that big of a deal. In retrospect, he did not have the firearm on his person. It was left in the vehicle. He should have never been able to go into the airport at all. Right, Camille. She'll tell you. She'll tell you. The security is so tight at an international airport, it ain't funny. It is not funny. Mm-hmm. Ooh-wee. Well, I'm of the mind to just, shut this video down, because right now they're just basically, hi Barbara. Hi Really Dope. I'm sorry you guys made it so late. I'm about to end the chat. I'm about to end the live. But you can always catch the replay. But this was a very interesting story nonetheless, I guess you might say. Again, it's awfully strange that this has not been promoted more. Oh, that's okay, Really Dope. That's okay. It's just amazing to me that this story has not been put out in the media the way you would think it would. This is a major international airport. This is the busiest airport in the world. Oh, happy birthday to your great-granddaughter. All right. How old is she? Hi, C. Gonzalez. How are you, love? Yeah, you guys make sure you check the replay. It's an interesting story. It's not being covered very much in the regular media, legacy media. But I mean, the way we are nowadays, there's you would think that it would have been covered, especially here in America. Yep. So anyway, I'm still debating about going back to the casino tonight. She turned 5 on Sunday, so I have 3 5-year-olds now. Oh my goodness. Bless your heart. That is a handful, my love. I totally understand. And I bet you love them to death. I bet they love you to death. I bet they love you to death. There's something special about them grandbabies. Great grands. Shoot. What did Bill Cosby say? Grandparents are, how did he put it? Grandparents are just people trying to get into heaven now. Absolutely, C. Gonzalez. I'm looking at this whole story it's a two-part situation. If it did go down the way they're saying, then shame on them for poor security. That's all I'm gonna say. If it went down the way they say it went down, then shame on them for poor security for an airport of that size. And you can't blame it on the size of the airport. You have the staff. You have the staff to make sure that these things don't happen. And for a guy to be able to just pull up his big ass truck up on the drive, and go inside. You left the party. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hi, Use Wisdom. Okay, yeah, check them out. It's just kind of weird, Use Wisdom, the way that the story, number one, is not as widely publicized, not just in Atlanta, but countrywide, if not worldwide, but especially in the United States. This is the kind of issue that we need to take more thought into. International airport the size of Atlanta, and a guy is able to pull his big ass truck up on the drive. Exactly. And you wondered, was it staged by someone like that? I'm not saying no names. I don't know. I don't know if this is a distraction of some kind. I don't know. But it just seems awfully weird that this big dude, 6'3", 350 pounds, can pull up in advance. Yes, this guy was on live stream announcing to whoever was in the live that I'm about to go do this, that, and the third. Who tipped him off? His family. His family did. Family tipped him off. Family went to the Popo. Family went to the Popo station and said, he's going to do this. And the next thing you know, he pulls up at the airport, parks his vehicle on a drive. Now, if anybody in here has ever traveled, when you go to any airport, an international airport at that, and you pull up on the drive, you do not get out of your car and walk in to the terminal. You just don't get to do that. If nothing, they will stop you and make you go back to your vehicle and move it, because they have to make sure that there's nothing nefarious in the vehicle. Exactly. But this happened in Atlanta, Use Wisdom. This happened in the Atlanta International Airport. That's the thing that kills me. We know how their security is. They keep you moving. They keep you moving. You don't get to get out of your vehicle and park haphazardly, a vehicle of that size too, and go in and walk around to case the joint. Why would someone case the joint if they have ill intention? What is there to case? It's a bunch of people in a terminal. It makes entirely no sense. And I don't care if you tell me that the guy had mental issues. He wasn't that cuckoo to not go up there and try to do it, or at least go into the airport and say some of the things that he said on live stream. It's just the way this whole thing went about just doesn't make sense. Yeah, he parked drawing attention to his vehicle. The way he parked was alarming. You don't get to do that without an officer coming up to you and saying, "Hey, move it on, nope. Get up out of here." And if they didn't catch him as he was getting out of the vehicle, best believe there would be a tow truck towing that thing out of there within 3 minutes. Took them 14 minutes to find him in the terminal. You know what could have happened in 14, 15 minutes? Yep. Up a ramp, in and out. Unbelievable. Yep, I think I'm calling some cap on this one. Because it's cap either way. If it was real, bad response. Better be glad he was a little off and wasn't packing to do what he claimed he was going to do. But if it wasn't, if this was some kind of something put on to make us feel a certain kind of way about, our protection at the airports, well, you lost my vote on that one too, because this dude should have never been able to go inside. Either way it goes, distraction, because we sitting here talking about it, and some people are saying, "Oh, they were just wonderful. They stopped this awful thing from happening." Nope, they just showed a lot of us how ill prepared they are. If the airport has FBI there, then this was a poor response. Absolutely, Barbara. You can't miss 6'3", 350 pounds. You can't miss it. And he wasn't injured. No, he didn't use wisdom. He left it in the truck. Well, the metal detectors are at security. He didn't go past security. There's no way he would have went past security. But when you enter an airport, yeah, he was hollering like a little bitch. Had to take two. Jesus. Two of them to put both hands. Man, that's a big boy. Oh, the white lady voice again, of course. They did a wonderful job. Kudos to them. Yes. Bullshit. Because let's be real, if that was a brother, he most certainly they wouldn't have been so nice. They basically laid him down on the ground. They'd have knocked a brother down with a few teeth as well. And they wouldn't have cared nothing about how big he was and the fact that they had to stretch them big doughboy arms all the way to the back to get them cufflink things. For no, it they arrested him for, first of all, he wasn't supposed to have a pow pow. Okay, he's not supposed to possess one because he was arrested in 2000 for possession of marijuana. With, I think they said, to just with intent to distribute. So he wasn't supposed to have a pow pow. And they arrested him. They charged him with terrorism. I read the shit. I'm tired. So yes, he's a felon, but that wouldn't have mattered. I mean, if that had been a brother, they would have slammed that brother down on the ground. Look, you seen the one lady tapping him on the back from behind, like, okay, can you lay down, please? Can you just lay down a little bit? We need you to lay down on the ground, please. Well, what do you want me to do that for? No, there would have been no discussion. They would have knocked that brother down and wouldn't have cared nothing about how big he is. But they had to take 2 sets of handcuffs to cuff his big Pillsbury Doughboy arms together on that ground, and he's on the ground like, man, please, putting on a show. But they're up there on their little panel, patting themselves on the back. We did a wonderful job. Yes, we did. Isn't that right, Andrew? Uh-oh. What did he say about Newsom? Did you see how Trump clowned our Governor Newsom for shutting down the I-5 freeway when the military had that exercise that left big hunks of shrapnel on the freeway? It was good it was shut down. Lord have mercy. They had an exercise on the I-5 freeway. Are you serious? Oh yeah, I understand why he was yelling faith, but I'm just saying the favoritism of it all. Had that been a brother, they wouldn't have cared how big he was. They'd have cuffed him with one set of, I keep calling them cufflinks. Handcuffs. But yes, we must make sure he's comfortable. He's one of us. The fuck out of here. 22 minutes into the 11 o'clock news, nothing yet. Are you serious? They still ain't talking about it. Because somebody else done probably called in and told them, you know what, I wouldn't brag about all this if I were you. Because you really don't look that good right about now. Early voting in Georgia. Wow. Well, I vote for better training. I vote for better training. Wow. Anywho, take him to McDonald's. Get him a Big Mac, some fries. It was his ignorant Secretary of War and his Vice President. Wait a minute. Over the 5 freeway. Luckily, CHP was able to close it in time, or it would have been whoa. They hadn't taken precaution to close it down first. They had to rely on California Highway Patrol to do it. Oh my God. That would have been awful. Now that would have been newsworthy. I swear that man don't think. He don't think. That man don't think. He thinks about himself, but he don't think of others. And the impact that it could have on other people. That is crazy as hell. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm sitting up here debating, y'all. I need y'all to talk me out of it. You know what I'm thinking about doing. Maybe I just leave my butt home. Wow, he called him out of his name because he was protecting the people of California on the highway. Well, why doesn't that surprise me? Mr. Orangutan Titties, of course. Mr. Orangutan. Yes, LaWanda, bathing and going to sleep. That's what I should do. So there's early voting going on in California and New Jersey. Yeah, I think I will see Gonzalez because I am tired. I'm real tired. But I'm just kind of disappointed about last night that I tried to go live on my new channel and nobody showed up except for Barbara and Justice for All. Yeah, I shouldn't. I really ain't feeling it. I just want to make up for last night because I really wanted to go live on that new channel. I'm trying to build it, you know. But YouTube be messing with people. They don't send out notifications or nothing, you know. And when I went live last night on my regular channel, everybody was there. And that I was cool with that. I'm good, but what time do I go? I usually go after this live. I usually tell everybody I'm going to go to the casino tonight. You know, look out for me. Because sometimes people don't get notifications, but just keep your eyes open on YouTube. Watch out for me to go live. And I usually go live on this channel. But because I opened a new channel, I don't see that you're there at the casino until the next morning. Wow. Yes, I do use it as my backup channel, Faith. But that's the whole purpose of having a backup channel, because you want to... Oh, I'm not addicted. Trust me, use wisdom. And I do win. But see, there's a method to my madness. Because part of this is a business. It's YouTube. And for tax purposes, I can write off what I spend. Even on regular taxes, but as a YouTube expense, I can write it off. Okay? So I'm not worried about the money. But it does take a lot to do a live here as I'm doing right now, and then get dressed, pack everything, get in my car, drive to the casino, get to the casino, find a slot machine to sit at, and set everything up, and it's, you know, it's a bit much. Okay, use wisdom, I understand. Right. Well, you know, that's another thing. I may start doing it on the weekends only. And that way, if I do it on the weekends, I can go during the day. That way, more people will be up. But, you know, last night, it was weird because I'd let everybody know before I went that was here in the chat that I'm going up here to the... Oh, bless your heart, Michael. Thank you. I let everybody know I was going. But when I got there and I got all set up, went live for the first time on the new channel, 2 people showed up. I think maybe 3 or 4, but only 2 people said something in the chat. It was 3 likes, 3 or 4 likes, and 4 people, 2 of which were communicating. So after about 20 minutes, I said, no, I'm shutting this live down and I'm going to go live on my regular channel. At that point, I did that. 100 and something people. Boom. right there. So it's just, I don't know. I'm sure it's because YouTube is not sending out notifications, you know. But I'm trying to build that channel. I want to have more than one monetized channel. So, and I realize it takes time. I'm trying to build this channel, but it seems to me, as in terms of the numbers, I'm getting higher numbers with slot machines than I am with this. Yeah, it's already in the algorithms. So I got to get that other one up and running in the algorithm for slots. I got to do that. I need to have more than one flow of income. So it's just aggravating. I want it now. But anyway. Yeah, people love it. Every now and then I get a troll in there and want to talk stupid, you know. Oh, this is boring. Well, leave. Nobody told you had to say. Get up out of here. Or you need to do this. You don't know what you're doing. Well, I know what you're doing. You leaving. Boom. Bye. How much does it take to hit a button? So, I have a method to my madness. People want to criticize me because I don't move around as much. Well, if you was in this old body with a bad back and bad knees, you wouldn't move much either. So, it is what it is. So, but anyway, I've decided not to go tonight. I'm going to go sit my happy ass down in the other room and watch something else. Try 2 phones. You talking about in live streaming, Faith? Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Faith, I don't think I could pull off 2 phones. I can barely do the phone I have. Because I have to use a tripod just to keep it still. When I first started streaming at the casino, I was literally holding my phone, and that shaking around that was awful. I certainly will 8 with the 24. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find somebody else on live. Maybe Official King Payne is on live, or Danny. You know, somebody might be on live right now, so I can jump in their live stream. And I can't wait for Sunday when they do the second round of their impersonations. I'm ready. I missed the last one. Oh, he's live right now, 8. That's good. I'm jumping on as soon as I'm done with this. But that's who I'm going to imitate Sunday night. Official King Payne. That's going to be my one and only impersonation. I might even imitate Maggot. But Official King Payne on his original channel. Okay. I'm going to definitely jump in there. I'm going to definitely jump on in there. I love watching OKP. Like this video, like this video, like this video. This is the official King Payne. I do a better impersonation than that. But yes, I love both of their live streams. I really do. So I've got to brush up on my OKP impersonation, and you know, where's the trophies in the chat? Where's the trophies in the chat? Skilo! A good Lifetime movie or Hallmark channel? I like horror movies. My. Yes, it did. Yes, it did, Barbara. Yes, it did. Hi, friend. How you doing? Like this video, like this video. I need trophies in the chat. I am ready. I'm ready. Golden Girls be my go-to. Oh my God. Well, I guess I'll hop off now and go find me something to watch. But I thank all of you for coming tonight. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow, God willing. And tomorrow's Friday. Wait, what is today? Wednesday? Here I go again. What's my name? Snoop Dogg. No, it's not Snoop Dogg. What is today? Wednesday or Thursday? Oh yeah, the court documents. Well, we should know all about that. Oh, you like my. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Okay, so it's Wednesday. Wonderful. I have a few days to practice. Yes, I have 5 days to practice. No, 4 days to practice. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Like this video, like this video, like this video. So yes, I'm going to get up out of here and go in the other room and watch something, jump in a live stream. I got some chicken wings. Oh, wait. Watch Miami Vice. That's so old. Ooh, you gonna do Maggot? I can't wait to see that 8 with the 24. I can't wait, because, man. RC117 killed it the other night. He killed who? What was the last one he did? He did somebody the other night. AT2. He did AT2. But that was fun. And I only caught the tail end of it, so I didn't get to. Did you do anybody? 8? Watch Reasonable Doubt. Whatever is this going down? We're talking about the impersonating other content creators on Danny Robertson's channel. Oh, you haven't done one, 8? Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing you do Maggot. I could do Maggot just a little bit. Oh, that Mickey, she talk about my coochie. She talk about the flies around my coochie, and it just makes me so upset. I can't stand that bitch. Yeah. Hello, Danny. Hello, Papi. Hello, whoever the hell she be talking to. Hello, Danny. Hello, Pali. Man, please. Miami Vice is classic, not old. It's the new cool. But see, I was there for the new cool when it was the original cool. And it's just kind of outdated for me. I was watching Miami Vice when it was real new. It ain't new no more. Thank you, Michael. God bless you too. I'm going to let y'all go. I'm just rambling now, but I got to go practice. I got to go get my impersonations down. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening. You said not hello, it's hello. Hello. Hello, Polly. Hello, Danny. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello, I got to get them names down too. Them crazy people in her chat. I got to get them names down. She sits up there in the camera with them rolls in her neck. Hello, Polly. Yeah, I got to work on that too. Anyway, y'all have a wonderful evening. Just tell me to shut up when it's time for me to shut up and I will go. Okay? Okay, sweetheart. I did just like her. Okay. Well, y'all, I'm out. Peace out. Love y'all. Stay smooth. Thanks for staying close through thick and thin. Just stuck around, let the journey begin. Every like, every comment, you light up my day. Your loyalty's a gift I won't take away. From dawn to dusk, you've been my kinfolk crew. This song's for you, for everything you do. We grow together through highs and lows. Your support is the wind that makes me glow. With every single view, you lift me higher. Your love and dedication fuels my fire. Here's to my loyal kinfolk, my shining stars. Together we're champion near and far. This is our moment, our family story to tell. Thank you for being so real. You make my heart swell. No distance could ever break this bond. You trust, your love, forever fun. As I close this chapter with gratitude, this outro's for you, my kinfolk. So stay tuned, keep dreaming, we'll soar anew. I'm forever grateful for all of you. Until next time, keep shining bright, loyal friends and kinfolk. Good night.